Hi, second graders. It's Miss Garner again. I hope you're ready for session 13 because I sure am. Are you ready? Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen because I want to share with you this letter that I found this morning. And I'm not going to lie, when I saw it, at first I thought I was in trouble. It's from Dr. Carnahan. Let me show you. Let me make it big. Okay. So the letter said, Miss Garner, call me ASAP, Dr. Carnahan. So I thought I was in trouble and I gave him a call ASAP as soon as possible. And when I called him, he told me he had forgotten when he wrote that first letter to us about these troublemaker words. So he had me write down on that pink sticky that you see the words about, school, with, was, which I misspelled right there. Ignore that. It's WAS. Could, what, and very. And remember, these words aren't tricky to read, but they're tricky. They're troublemakers when it comes to spelling. So today, what I want to remind you is that second grade students tackle new challenges head on. When they see a new challenge, they say, bring it on. I can do this. This is especially true when tackling troublemaker words in our spelling and in our writing. So to truly face challenges means you have to be brave and honest, and you have to admit when things feel hard. Running from challenges means you never really overcome them. Let's think about Jabari from our story, Jabari Jumps. He was excited, but also afraid to jump off the diving board for the first time. And while he did come up with a couple excuses as to why he wasn't quite ready to jump off the diving board, he still overcame that fear and tried it anyways. We can be just like Jabari when it comes to writing those troublemaker words correctly. We don't want to just skip over them, stop writing, or just put the first letter correct. We really want to take the time to try to learn how to do this. And today, I'm going to kind of show you how I go about trying to help my brain learn how to spell these troublemaker words correctly. So I'm going to show you how I do this with the word very. So when I think about the word very, I like to think about how many sounds I hear in the words. Airy, airy. Okay, so I hear three sounds. And then I like to think, well, what part of those sounds do I definitely know how to spell? And then what parts feel tricky? And when I can narrow it down to that one part that feels tricky, it's a lot easier for my brain to have to be responsible for remembering that one tricky part than the whole word. And then I like to think of other words that are rhyming words. They sound the same and are probably spelled the same. And then I like to use that word in a sentence. So these are all some steps that help my brain remember how to spell those troublemaker words. So let me go ahead and share my screen again. Okay, so here's my example. Okay, the word is very. I used these sound boxes for my sounds. Remember, I counted them out. 1, 2, 3. Air, E. And when I spelled this word, I knew that the was spelled with a V, and the E, because it was at the end of a word, was going to be spelled with a Y. So the only part that was tricky that my brain needed to remember was the air. And that the air in very is spelled with an ER. This is the part that I have to learn by heart. And I put a little heart on it or above it to help me remember. Here's the sentence that I came up with that uses the word very. South Carolina in August is very hot. And then I tried to think of some other words that rhyme, but of course they have a little bit different spelling, and I just have to be aware of that different spelling. So very, berry, and merry. So now let's do it together with another one of those troublemaker words. And I'm gonna have to make it smaller just so that I can write in it. Okay, let's try the word about. Okay, so let's think, how many sounds do we hear in the word about? B, out. 4 sounds. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to think about the sounds that I do know how to spell. Okay, that b, b. How do I spell that sound? B, b. Let me make it big. We can go really big. Let's see. Okay. So b, out, t. T. Make it big. Good. Now here's the thing with the word about. I bet some of you were thinking, Miss Garner, you skipped over the I know that that could be spelled with a U. It could, but in the word about, that is the schwa sound, and it's actually spelled with an A. Okay, why did I not get? Oh, that is strange. My computer must be doing something funky. Okay, it's an A. Out. And that ow here is spelled O-U. All right, so now for my brain to remember how to spell the word about, I just have to hold on to that A at the beginning of the word and the OU in the middle of the word. Let's see if there is a heart shape, because those are the 2 parts that I have to learn by heart. Oh, look at that. Let's see. Now I want to put it into a sentence. Can you think of a sentence that uses the word about? Yeah, we are about to go out for ice cream. That is a great sentence. Let's make it a little bigger. Right now, let's think of some words that rhyme with about. Let's see. About, shout, doubt. Well, that's spelled differently, so let's take that one out. Shout, out, right? Let's put those in there. So, boys and girls, today I encourage you to look over the troublemaker list. Maybe it's the one Dr. Carnahan gave us last week, or the one that he told me to share with you today. And I want you to think, which one of these are troublemaker words for me to spell? Remember, be brave, be honest. And then I encourage you to think about how you might teach yourself or somebody else how they can watch out and remember that word. You might even try it my way by thinking about the sounds, counting the sounds in the word, thinking about what sounds you know how to spell, and then thinking about the part of that word that you have to remember by heart. And use that word in the sentence and think of other words that rhyme with it. Okay? Good luck. Remember, it's a troublesome word, so it takes lots of time and practice to learn to spell them correctly. Bye, guys.